Here's your daily Premier League roundup and transfer window update with me, Harry Scarfe, football content creator, huge YouTuber and football writer. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for coming in, and thank you, Chris Cullen, for this opportunity. If you're new around here, please do like and subscribe. If you're unfamiliar with how these videos work, the first part of the video is your headlines in the Premier League in the last 24 hours or so, and the second part of the video is me dissecting them. So let's go through your headlines, starting with Sky Sports News, who report that Crystal Palace believe they'll have compelling evidence which will help them win their appeal at the Court of Arbitration of Sport on Friday. Palace are seeking to overturn UEFA's decision to give them a place in the Europa League to Nottingham Forest, with a decision expected on Monday. Chelsea have confirmed that defender Levi Colwill has undergone surgery for an anterior cruciate ligament injury. Sky Sports News report that AC Milan, Juventus and Bayern Munich have all explored the conditions of a deal for Chelsea striker Nicholas Jackson. Sky Sports News report that Aston Villa consider midfielder John McGinn not for sale after rejecting an £18 million offer from Everton. Leo Coutinho has signed a new 3-year contract that will keep him at Aston Villa and Villa Park until 2028. Sky Sports News report that PSG are in advanced talks over a deal for Bournemouth defender Elias Zabani. Talks are currently around add-ons with a fixed fee of €63 million agreed, which is about £55 million. West Ham United have confirmed that Mikel Antonio will not be signing a new contract at the club. He'll be leaving. Tottenham Hotspur have confirmed that midfielder James Maddison will undergo surgery for a ruptured anterior cruciate ligament ACL in his right knee. David Ornstein reports that Chelsea have stepped up talks with Manchester United over a deal to sign Alejandro Garnacho. Clubs in touch on topic for some time and now advancing amid the Benjamin Sesko joining Manchester United story. The 21-year-old winger in this case wants Chelsea, nothing else, and expects the move to happen. Sky Sports News reports that Liverpool are closely monitoring Giovanni Leone. The talented 18-year-old centre-back from Parma was already on their list for this summer, although nothing is advanced at this stage. Liverpool focus currently remains on Mark Gahey. Leone is definitely one to watch for this and the next transfer window. Several top Italian clubs are now keen on him. Next, Sky Sports News report that Bournemouth have added Ami Oldie to their shortlist for summer transfer window. The 25-year-old winger from Bayer Leverkusen is under contract until 2028. Is one to watch until deadline days. Received numbers of inquiries, quite a few. Sky Sports News report that Bayern Munich have made inquiries about Chelsea striker Nicholas Jackson in the past few hours. Bayern have gathered information on his current status, price and conditions, and Newcastle are also seriously interested as an alternative to Benjamin Sesko. The 24-year-old versatile striker is on the verge of leaving Chelsea. Price valuation is €65 million. Next, Fabrizio Romano reports Nicholas Jackson is expected to leave Chelsea and Enzo Maresca isn't closing the doors. Enzo Maresca's official quote is, "During the window, anything can happen." That's the case for Nico Jackson. We signed 2 strikers. Let's see. Fabrizio Romano reports that Nottingham Forest made an approach with Hellas Verona for right-back Jackson Chekaroda. No proposal yet at this stage, only initial approach to ask for deal conditions. Fabrizio Romano reports that Chelsea keep working on both the Alejandro Garnacho and also the Xavi Simons deal. Fabrizio Romano reports that Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United. Here we go. Agreement club to club reached with German club RB Leipzig for €76.5 million initial fee with €8.5 million worth of add-ons. Sesko's agreed terms until June 2030 as his contract will be. Sesko's made it very clear and has done since Tuesday that he wanted Manchester United. The deal is now reality. A new striker for Ruben Amorim. Fabrizio Romano reports that Benjamin Sesko flew to Manchester Thursday night tonight with his agent, just confirmed. Manchester United want Sesko to complete the medical test and sign on Friday. Fabrizio Romano says that Elias Zabani is almost done and very close to join Paris Saint-Germain. Fabrizio Romano reports that Liverpool maintain their focus on Alexander Isak for the final weeks of the summer transfer window. The new proposal is ready to be submitted if Newcastle open the doors to the move. Isak maintains his position. He doesn't want to play or stay at Newcastle. He wants to leave and join Liverpool. Fabrizio Romano reports that Manchester United are planning internally to unveil Benjamin Sesko at Old Trafford on Saturday. So it'll be fly-in Thursday night, medical and signature Friday, and unveiling on Saturday. Fabrizio Romano reports that Alejandro Garnacho only wants Chelsea since July. The story has not changed. Fabrizio Romano reports that Newcastle have made new direct approach with AC Milan for Malik Thor's camp. Newcastle are trying to agree terms while AC Milan manager Max Allegri wants Thor to stay. For Milan, it's very clear the proposal has to be out of his market value or he stays at the club. Fabrizio Romano reports that Mats Hermansson will join West Ham as their new goalkeeper for a €19 million fee. Agreement in place with Leicester City, and also on the player's side at medical tomorrow, so medical on Friday. Hermansson on his way to London. John Victor deal collapsed for West Ham at the final stages. Fabrizio Romano reports that Nico Jackson will be one of the next big players to move in the strikers' domino, saying as Nkunku, Chelsea and Jackson are set to part ways with Chelsea this summer. The plan's been clear since July on both the club and the players' side, Newcastle and also Tottenham, if Richarlison leaves, and Italian clubs have all made contact for Nicolas Jackson. Fabrizio Romano reports that Manchester United are set to discuss with striker Rasmus Højlund about his United future. AC Milan are aware of a possible opportunity on initial loan for him with a heavy loan fee and salary covered. Højlund continues to insist on staying at Manchester United and is not scared at all by the competition. Fabrizio Romano reports that Chelsea have not activated any immediate emergency plan to sign new centre-back after Levo Koval's injury. The club has full trust in the current squad. Also, with Yaro Hayter joining last week, is able to play centre-back and left-back. Fabrizio Romano reports as well as Jackson, Christopher Nkunku is also not expected to play in the upcoming games for Chelsea, as he's expected to leave the Blues this month. Talks ongoing with several clubs that are keen and movements taking place for his exit. Both Jackson and Nkunku are both expected to leave. Sky Sports reports that Leipzig and Manchester United have also agreed on a joint friendly in Leipzig, which will generate around €1.5 to €2 million for RB Leipzig. The Benjamin Sesko deal also includes a sell-on clause for Leipzig. They agreed €85 million, including bonuses, which are easily achievable. Sesko to Manchester United is finally done, and Benjamin Sesko has now arrived in the UK for his proposed move to Manchester United. And last but not least, Fabrizio Romano reports that James Maddison will be out for 6 to 7 months. It's confirmed it was a cruciate ligament injury that he will undergo surgery for. So sources including Fabrizio Romano saying 6 to 7 months. So those are your Premier League headlines in the last 24 hours. Let's go through and dissect. The key ones to start, Levi Colwill was a big miss to Chelsea, but they're saying that they're not going to go and sign a centre-back. I mean, it's bad timing for Colwill, breakthrough season last year, and now we're looking at, 6 to 9 months out. So Chalobah, maybe someone like that, has become untouchable for Chelsea, so I'm surprised that they're not going to the market, having said that they signed a lot of players. But they could be, they've got 3 centre-backs now with injured, like long-term injuries, I think ACL, so that's really bad. Crystal Palace today, big day for them, and their appeal with the Court of Arbitration of Sport. PST Parish and Palace believe they've got a very strong case. Nicolas Jackson, I mean, I'd want my club Tottenham to say, well, clear, no thanks, but I get maybe why the interest. I think he's a dangerous presence, just can't finish his dinner. Several clubs are interested in him, looks like he's going to leave Chelsea. John McGinn, very valuable player for Aston Villa captain and real leader, so no surprise they turned down that offer from Everton. Keeping Luca Digne pinned as well for another 3 years is absolutely huge. Sabani's getting closer to PSG. Doesn't look like there's quite a big fee as originally thought. We all thought it was a done deal. Now £55 million, still a good deal I think for Bournemouth at this stage anyway. No surprise that West Ham won't be re-signing Mikel Antonio as a new contract. He's going to leave the club. I think he's overstepped his stay. Obviously went for a really sad road accidents. It's great that they stuck with him and helped him with his recovery. James Maddison will be a big miss to Tottenham under Thomas Frank. It means that Tottenham need to go and look in the market for a number 10, someone like an Eberechi, Eze or Jack Grealish. Alejandro Garnacho is still insistent that he wants Chelsea. Don't know why, because Chelsea got so many wingers, he's not going to get much game time, but he seems keen on the move. Liverpool still insisting for Mark Gahey, so Crystal Palace haven't really done much ingoings or outgoings. I don't think that will change until they know if they're in the Europa League or Conference League, which could affect their start of the season again, so we'll worry, I'm sure. Excuse me, the manager Oliver Glasner. Next story I want to move on to is the Benjamin Sesko one. Looks like the saga's finally over. He's chose Manchester United. A lot of people go, why do people choose Manchester United? And people are like, what is going on? Firstly, it's sad to see him leave Leipzig. I think he's done very well there, but it's a good move to see him, or good for the Premier League to see him back. Good for the Premier League to see a player of his calibre, and it's good for Manchester United to be able to sign him. But Mbeumo, Cunha, and now Sesko, I mean, they've got to really try and fit them all in that starting 11 would have maybe got more game time at Newcastle with Isak potentially leaving, but he's chose Manchester United. I get why in a way, still a big club. I don't think it's an unattractive place still, it's just not maybe as attractive as it once was. Isak looks like Liverpool are going to keep insisting. I mean, they could be really scary. Let Darwin Núñez leave, Luis Diaz leave. I mean, they brought Etitike in for him works. They get Isak as well. That could be super scary and one to watch out for. West Ham got the new goalkeeper from Leicester City, Hermansen. The John Victor deal collapsed to West Ham. So, I mean, clubs, it just shows how clubs have a backup option, I think, and how quickly the deals got done, because they couldn't have expected the John Victor deal to fall through. Rasmus Højlund, I don't think he'll leave Man United, very insistent on staying. I like his attitude. I just don't think he's doing very well. I just don't think he's as good as maybe he thinks either himself, but he's still got a lot to prove, of course, and Maddison being out, as I said earlier, for 6 to 7 months is like an awful time, a huge amount of time, and we'll be hoping he can come back as soon as possible. That was your daily Premier League roundup and transfer window update with me, Harry Scarfe, football content creator, YouTuber and football writer. Thank you very much for watching. Please follow me at Harry Scarfe too, across all socials, football writer, football content creator and YouTuber. If you can subscribe to my YouTube channel too, Harry Scarfe, that would be greatly appreciated. But for now, a massive come on you Spurs, and thank you very much for watching this video. Like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Chris Callan, for this opportunity. I'm a proud regular here.